right, let's see what is the message. So I was trying to do a reading earlier and I got the Devil and the Ace of Swords, and I was talking about soft release, and my phone just dropped on the floor and I was like, well, I guess this is not going to be the reading. So that's why you saw the cards at the beginning. So it was the Devil and the Ace of Swords, and at the bottom it was the Chariot. And what I was channeling in the beginning, I mean at first, from that previous reading, is that understanding, like you at this point of your life where you understand your participation, your role in all the toxic relationship that you had in the past, with family, with friends or co-workers, the world in general, how people were interacting with you, with your energy, how people were expecting things from you also, and also some information, truth or lies that they accepted from you and why. And you also analyzing how the different stages of how you reacted from these people, you know, from those connections. Yeah, so you at that point where with this eclipse, it's like you're releasing in a way that is really, you're really releasing the control. You know, with the Devil is like letting go of control, but the control of your mind, how you also build up certain belief that you created with yourself, like, you know, certain things of truth about yourself, that you attach yourself also to. You're releasing those little things, you know, and it's not hard anymore, because more than ever you've understood the art of detachment and how important it is to detach from what you wanted so bad, either being recognized, being seen, but not in a way that for you it was egoistical. It was because you were so deprived by, you know, people's validation. And when I'm saying validation, it was just like reciprocity. When the reciprocity was not there, like that made you feel a kind of way, that made you lose your confidence little by little, you know. That's how people was depriving you of your own energy, something that you were already embodying. Anyway, you seeing things about your mind, I mean the things that you have created in your mind that were also, you know, even though it was like small little thoughts, it was also contributing to you blocking your blessings. And also when I say blocking your blessings, because you always realize that at some point of your life no one was really stealing anything. You were just not aware, and being not aware of what is attacking you, it's and accepting that it also exists, puts you in a place where you are being oblivious about how to take care of yourself, save yourself. You know, you have to recognize your enemies so you can pray against your enemies. You have to know you have to know what you are praying against. So you have to know what they are focusing on. And by that, you just have to clearly and honestly look at yourself, right? Because if you don't look at yourself, you will not know, you will not recognize what the enemies use against you. So you were able to master those little things, like about yourself, your shadow. It's like you're embracing your dark energy in a way that is not to abuse it, to not to really use. I mean, yes, because it's not about using it. It's more acknowledging that it is there, and then analyzing what is the best move. You know, what is the best move, even when you're feeling like a little bit of anger. That was before. you are now in this mastery where like you're not bothered. Little things don't bother you because you were able to even remember all the things that used to piss you off in a way that was probably not normal. So I'm not saying some of you had like anger issues, but like you had a stronger reaction to ignorance and stupidity. Like anything that didn't make any sense was pissing you off in a way that you were probably very direct with people. And okay, I'm picking up some people in the past that were like, it's like you lost yourself at some point. Like for example, let me just, because I think it's going to be better if I just give an example. Okay, so for me, when I was younger, like back in high school, back in France, people were perceiving me as someone that was just not joking. I had this like resting beach face, but like it was just because when you grow up in the hood, that protecting your body, protecting your space is all you do every day, all day. It's like you constantly live in a state of anxiety and stress because you have to be ready, and you have also to push away those who could be a potential, future bullies, because you've been through it. You have to learn the hard way. You've been bullied in your life. I know I was bullied in my life until I had to step up for myself. So I was at that point where I was like, yo, I'm gonna fight anybody who come my way. I don't care if you're a boy or girl. If you bother me and you want to fight, I'm gonna fight. Like you see what I mean? And that had to come because you had no choice. No one was coming to help you. You probably had parents who were completely karmic parents who just, there's no love. There's only manipulation. There's only guilt tripping. There's only manipulation. You already know. So I know that was my case. So I had to, stand up for myself. So at some point when I was like, the last year of high school, I know I was a person that people perceive like she will whoop your ass, because that's true. I had sometimes to just put it down that way. Like you would, okay, I will be very clear with you. Like, are you sure you want to go that way? Because me, I know I don't want to, but I'm telling you that if I have to, yeah, I'm gonna whoop some ass for real. So it had to be like that because that was the hood. That's how I grew up in the hood, in France, and also growing up, in Africa. It's different. You survive. It's a different type of survival mode, but everybody is about surviving and protecting your space, protecting who you are, right? And the identity that you project to people, but it's all about fear, because you just you no one knows who you are, and you are at that place. I mean, the mentality in the hood is like no one is supposed to know really who you are. That's a weakness. So anyway, this whole programming, living in a house where there's karmic parents, very narcissist, member of families, and having friends that not really giving you the friendship that you're giving to them. You know what I mean? Always those underlying and undercover haters, but you didn't realize it that much. But I remember me that time. I was a person that was so direct. Like I remember the posts that I used to, put on Facebook or Twitter. Oh my God. I remember reading those like years back then when I used to have no filter. I would just tell it how it is. And I remember telling myself, damn, like where was I? Because I remember when I was like that, people was respecting me, man. I was so clear, even in a relationship, I was so clear, but it was coming from fear. And I had to now understand that now where I am, like this version of myself that I was in the beginning, is coming back, but it's coming back. It's not out of fear. It's out of it's out of power. Like I know who I am. Like I ain't scared of nobody, for real. Like before, it was a pretending like I ain't scared, but you were scared of something because you didn't have the whole power. With with parents that are karmic, they just take from you. Like you were being put in a process of being depleted little by little until you arrive at your young adult life and late 30s and 40s and 50s for those, like any time, but you later, and you just realize all the baggages that you were taking, all the pretending. Like now the mirror is on you You're releasing yourself. You're releasing the fake identity that you took on because of fear, because there was that time where you were protecting yourself, because you were hurt, you were depleted, deprived from things that already belong to you. Your energy, your light. They were not acknowledging, so that's why it's like you were fading away. But you were fading because you were making their opinion matter more than yours. And at the moment, you just remember, and like I said, that's what I did. I had to remember that girl, and I'm like, yo, what are you scared now? Why are you so scared now to talk, to say what you have to say? You used to do it. But I used to do it because I was constantly trying to defend myself, constantly trying to, defend myself. Every time somebody was telling something that was a lie, I had to stand up for myself because there was nobody. But now this energy is like, I don't give a fuck about who say what. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and that's it. Like, I really don't care what you think. I really, like, honestly, and you can really stand on that for real. You're not pretending. For real that you really don't give two shit, okay, about how people want to move. It's like, I don't worry about none of that. I don't worry about y'all. I don't even worry about me, because I know I got it. You see what I mean? And that's the energy I'm feeling right now. Like, that self-release is about you. It's the fake truth. The fake truth. Do you understand? The fake truth. Let's go deeper on that. The fake truth, okay, that you accepted about yourself. The things that you didn't want to, like, admit. And that created, like, little blockages, like, little by little. It's the small things, not the big things, because we already took care of the big things. The people that you needed to remove, all those big relations that broke your heart. You know what I mean? That you did. But the small things are always build up to big things, right? But you need to come back to those little things. The way you were looking at yourself, like the way sometimes you entertain a thought because of habit, habit from the past, because now, like, where you going, you can't, like, you're not gonna feel the same energy as before. Like, memory from the past they are not going to feel familiar anymore. Like, that release is really you saying that I'm starting over. For some of y'all, like, y'all left family behind. Like, right now, there's nobody. There's nobody in this new door. It's only you. You know that, right? So you're about to be in a position of like a family, like a patriarch, a matriarch, someone who has like your other people's life, in your care, people that you care about and that cares about you and depend on you, So you're about to build this new family, the way you're gonna move, man, the way you're gonna walk, it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? Like, the way you're gonna walk, it's gonna feel different. It's gonna feel heavy for the people around, those who live in lies. But you feeling light as feather. You just you flying. You fly. You feel energy. You manipulating this, like, you just moving in flow, because now this is just the little things that you need to release completely, to lose control. The little control that you still had about how you want to be perceived, or you wanted a little bit of attention. You understand what I mean? Like, letting go of those little things that you really wanted, and then you slowly didn't, wanted less, until, like, you in that moment where you're really confident in the fact that you really don't need it. Like, you just want to go and create your life and being in the flow of peace and harmony and enjoying it. Like, you really want to enjoy that. So that's why that little release is very important. Like, it's the lies, it's the mirror that you put in front of yourself, and then you're like, okay, last moment of truth, last moment of knowing that, okay, this eclipse is taking the shadow that I put in front of everybody because it was comfortable. Now everybody's about to see what you're all about, because there's nothing to hide anymore. There's nothing to hide anymore. You belong there. You belong there. The Chariot, the Hermit, and the Eight of Cups. Oh, I like that. Oh, wow. You completely align with your both energy, you understand? You know, when you're willing to open your heart, and you are willing to take the jump for, you know, when the opportunity is going to be presented to you, you're feeling confident that you will recognize it. So there's no more doubt about it. Like, you're not forcing anything. You're just saying what you have to say to the universe, to God, who you speak, who, you know, the higher power. And then you really truly let it go. You don't pretend like you used to, like, you like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go, I'm just not gonna think about it. But then, like, every time there's like some scenery in your head happening, or what you wish you should have done or said, or what you think you're gonna do, you catch yourself, you know, doing those little scenario in your head, you know, and you know that's messed up. But when you in this place of pure and true alignment, and like you just like, no, I'm okay, I know I'm gonna be okay. This is it. This is what the eclipse is taking. It's like the shadow, like you showing up, like this is it. This is it. This is it. You're going out of hermit, you're going out of isolation, because the confidence has been gained in every aspect. All your chakras are aligned. You are clear and concise, and you also understand that you have your plan, but you also understand the flow of unpredictable way of like the universe. You understand that, and you know how to navigate if things don't go exactly how you asked for. But you know that it is in the manifestation in a way. You just have to adapt and adjust. I don't know if it makes sense, but you see what I mean? Like, there's your plan, and then the universe is gonna be like, yeah, I got that. But it also it's also related to your plan. You just have to know how to take it. You just have to know how to ride this wave, and it's gonna get you exactly what you asked for from the beginning, right? So this isolation is over, because you've balanced your darkness, your shadow. You, like I said in the beginning, like, you understand your shadow. You looked at yourself, those little lies that you tell yourself, you know, or those little things, you know, time when you pretend that, you know, something didn't affect you, but it did. Or I'm getting for some people who also like because you were so ignored, and people were just so committed to ignore your unicity and your how special you were, you know what I mean? Like, this really had an effect on you. Like, and at some point of your life, it was in the bad way. Like, there was like this hyper egoistical way, where you probably wanted to like it was more like revengeful, in like I'm you know, when sometimes you just like look at you have visions about how you will be flexing, you know, when you get this or when you get that, you know what I mean? Those little, you know, everybody got this little moment in your head when you just see yourself flexing, like like flexing on your enemies, you know, or just like coming across someone randomly, but you know it's not random, because in your subconscious you've been manifesting this shit, like like to be that specific person, or the specific, you know, scenario where you will appear, and you know, everybody shook. I know you did. Everybody does, but probably in the past it was more egoistical, in a way that was kind of like something that will bring you back to the toxicity. Now it's different. It's more like you know, it's gonna be very simple. Whatever is going to happen, whatever the universe is gonna make it, how it's gonna how it's going to show to your enemies and those from the past your success. Yes, it's going to be public, it's going to be seen, but for some of you're gonna meet some people in a way, you know, you're gonna meet some people who, you know, saw you completely detached from them, and how this detachment made you successful, right? And they are going to realize, man, that the whole time where you were appearing like not really, like, you know, like you appear like you were not doing anything, or you were a boring person, you know, because you were too wise. I don't know, I'm getting like some people were looking at you like you were probably like a too wise, or, you know, like too weird, because you just someone who think a lot and comfortable with yourself. They're about to realize that all of that, you were just like, you were getting this wise, like you were getting so like a shaman, someone with so much depth, because you really went deep and you aligned both energies. So you went deep in the true essence of your darkness, of your shadow, the things that happened to you, the things that you thought, because sometimes you have to realize that certain thoughts don't belong to you. Like you're gonna have like millions and millions of thoughts every day, and some of them just, it's not from you. And discerning that was also a journey for you, because when you're in a state of weakness mentally, projection is easier to project. I mean, to pick up on negative projection, thoughts of projection, negative, projection from other people of what they want you to be. They want you to believe that this is what you are, because this is what they want you to be. Okay, so you picked up on a lot of things like that, because you're very sensitive already, and you're very analytical, like you analyze everything, energy and how you feel, and so you someone that already were naturally in this energy, in this vibe. And people are going to realize that this is one of your superpower, like being able to detach yourself and follow your heart and your intuition, even when it doesn't look logical for other people. But they're about to find out that all of it was like a journey of mastery, and you're about to appear like someone that is like a force. Like I'm seeing the Chariot and the Hermit, like it's a calm force, but you feel it. you feel it. It's like this is someone that when you're having a conversation with this person, it's like you feel the intensity. You know that the person in front of the person in front of you have no choice but to be in truth, because you see them clearly. You see them because you saw yourself in complete like truth, and even the things that you didn't want to, you didn't like. I'm telling you, like this is pretty deep. This is pretty deep. This is real mastery here. It's just accepting. It's mastery because it's accepting your shadow, accepting your light, and accepting how your shadow made you react in certain circumstances and context, different contexts, and how your light was also something that was going against you too. It's seeing how it was for and how it was against you on both energy, on both sides. That's nice. Virgo energy, Cancer here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and we have the Two of Cups in the bottom. Like all of it is just, it's making you a great partner in every type of connection, like friendship, new partnership, friendship, romance. Like it's you became a great partner. You are a great partner now. You are a great soulmate for somebody. You are for yourself, because you've been it for yourself first. You're looking for that new excitement. You excite. Yeah, you really excited. You excited because it's like, nah, no, like with all I know now, just imagine how I'm going to move in this new chapter. It's like you feeling like so powerful, like no one can destroy you, because you will never allow anybody to destroy you. You will not allow yourself to destroy yourself. You understand your position and how much you're in control of your of what you do, and the co-creation with the universe is like by just doing this, by just being in control of what you do, choosing consciously, and then navigating the energy that is being presented to you. That's what it is. You understand? It's like, it's not a book that's telling you exactly, okay, it's going to be like that, it's going to be like that. No, it's giving you the tools, which is the power, the understanding that you are free. Your soul is free, because you have to choose. When you choose to, it is free. You're free. When you choose the best for yourself, you are free. And when you don't let anybody exterior of that decide and have an influence about how you choose to be, to present yourself fully in every detail, you have to go in everything, like how you show up yourself in relationship, in friendship, in your work. You know how committed you are even when nobody's looking, because at the end of the day you are looking. And that's the whole point. You should be the one who's looking. You should be the most important person, you know, giving you advice, giving you guidance, you more than anybody else, right? And the rest has to align, or they don't align. And if they don't, you out. There's no question about it. It's just natural selection. As you walk in new room, in new places, in new environment, it's direct. Like you see everything. You see everything. You know who you are. It's like you're not questioning how you move. You just move, because not everything is clear. You know what triggers you. You know what you know what you don't like, so you just don't entertain. You don't feel it. You cool, calm, and collected because you've been through the whole reacting, like I said, defending yourself constantly. You don't do that anymore. No, you a fact, and man, all your life you've been a fact. But like everybody was trying to make you doubt about what you already knew. That's why you were vulnerable at some point with all this projection. You accepted it at some point. Like I said, that's why when you were manifesting, you were more manifesting. Like there was also manifestations like where you just wanted that power so you can brag in front of people. Like somehow, even if you were not admitting to yourself, some people were more bold about it. Like, yeah, like I can't wait to flex on this motherfucker. Or some of them were just like, you know, keep it in your mind, but like, you know, you didn't mind that little vision of you, you know, flexing in front of one of the worst enemy, someone who betray you the worst way. You know that, but. Like I said, it's different now. It's like whatever the universe does, I know who I am. I ain't got nothing to prove, and it's like I already won. I don't have to bring you back in my life. I don't want you. Like I don't want your energy back. Like you're so out of it. Like I say, what you're cutting is like it's no more gonna feel familiar, or like you're not even going to be like knitted it. Like you don't want to know about it. The detachment is gonna be so real. These people, they are going to understand that the mastery that you have to let go and to keep moving forward, even if you have to be by yourself, even if it doesn't make sense for everybody else. This has created like a beast. A beast, man. A beast. You clear. So, like you in control, like the devil energy, Capricorn energy, like it's like you in control of you really, like, I know it's so corny, but that's what it is. It's so hard to find another like example with, you know, because everybody used the word matrix, but I swear to God, I mean it's a matrix, it's a movie, it's a story, whatever you want to call it, but this is what it is. It's like you can't move me if I don't want to move. So you might as well just like keep going, right? It's like nobody's gonna force you to do nothing. No one can manipulate your mind or say, it's like you don't give a shit. You don't like I'm telling you, they're not ready because they're not used to this energy. But they remember this energy. They saw it in your early days. Let me tell you that they saw you in your early days. That's why they were so like committed to just like put you down like all the time. And this was this period where you were like that, but you were like that out of love. You were really naive in that sense. Like you said it how it is, because like, I mean, what else? What else is, but it was out of love, but people didn't get the way you love. So they beat you down. And it's okay because you got softer. Like now you understand the way you do it is more, it was probably, yes, before it was out of love, but you were probably more savage about it. Now it's like you can still put your point across, like being very truthful and stand on it. But I mean I'm not saying that the delivery does the delivery change though? I don't think so. I don't think that the delivery changed. I think it's the energy behind it. It's like you do it in a way that you really don't care if people if people are going to use it, like it or whatever, it's like you just say what you have to say and you take what resonate and I'm out. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not looking back to see if you're following me. You know, I am too busy making sure like I'm in my path. I'm on my path. You understand? And that's the difference. That's the difference. And people are about to see this. Like, you just not taking control because you release control of yourself. And that's huge. That's huge. Like you that's huge. The last work. That was the last work that you needed to do. But it's like I said, it's not heavy. This is very like it's a soft release. It's a soft release, like just accepting I'm that and I'm this, and I'm using both. I'm not ignoring nothing. I'm not ignoring anything, you know. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys.